Alright, hey, what's up, guys? This is gonna be the week 33 recap. Um, Before I get started, I wanted to say thank you. I had the worst week trading for sure last week, and it kind of blew me away how much how many responses I got from people, and everyone was kind of giving me their opinions on me going back to paper trading, and there were some really good points about how I'm dealing with my emotions and stuff, and you don't have any emotions in paper trading. So I didn't go back to paper trading, and this is all live this week, and so uh, it was cool getting to see everybody's opinions and just kind of like looking at everybody's perspective. But then it kind of dawned on me how many people I had reach out to me and how many people were there for me and helped me out, and yeah, it really meant a lot. It's cool when you have people reaching out and helping you, because sometimes in trading it can feel like it's, you know, just you versus the world kind of thing, and it was cool to have people there trying to help me out. And so everyone that reached out to me, I really appreciate all the input, all the advice. I did take some advice I got from a guy, and he said that start reading out rules, and I started setting some rules that I started doing for myself, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. I didn't do the rule on Monday. I still had a good day on Monday, so luckily that went well for me. But I switched things up a little bit. I was so short biased last week that I decided to start looking for more longs this week. And so I longed here. I covered, longed again, covered, I longed over here, and then I covered. Well, a little bit too late on this one. This thing right at open kind of came down, curled, longed right here after it dipped down and kissed the J lines, popped back over the 9 email, longed, cover. Uh, had this thing drop back down. I longed at the dip, covered just the money. And I think I longed right here, cover, and then I'm pretty sure where that long at. I guess I must have had I still had a piece, so I longed, covered, and then I covered on this big wash. I didn't go quick enough, and then I came back and I started being short biased. I shorted here, cover just in the money. But this is after 11 o'clock, and so that brings me to my rules. So I started setting up these rules. I started meditating before I start trading, and it's helped me out a ton. It calms me down a lot, and it's been great. But then I have an alarm that goes off at 10 o'clock, and I have to meditate or do this meditation exercise, and it kind of blew me away. It's an exercise that should take 20-30 seconds, but it takes me so long to calm down from trading that it takes me usually about 5 to 6 minutes to do the exercise properly, and I won't let myself go back to trading until I've done it properly. And it's been really weird when I kind of check in, I try to meditate. I can feel like my brain is just like in like hyperdrive, and it's the craziest thing trying to calm myself down enough to relax. But every time I've been trading since doing this, I felt really good. Like I felt a lot calmer, and I've been catching myself for the most part. Um, so I'm definitely gonna keep doing that. Then I got you know the beta for Edge to Trade is out, and that thing is unbelievable. That's been helping me out a ton. Um, then yeah, just knowing my setups and not doing random trades and not trading all day, that's what helped me out a lot. But the second trade I went to was SNCA. It's a really quick loss, and I was kind of glad that I was able to just kind of walk away from this. So I shorted here. I saw the double top on just above VWAP. I thought this was gonna stuff again and dump. It didn't. Shorted, covered, and I was kind of like waiting for a next entry point. I wanted this to pop a little bit higher. Hindsight's 2020. This would have been, risking what, 5 cents maybe. Have a nice little wash, but I was so focused on SPRT that I didn't trade it all that well, but is what it is. So then on Tuesday I traded BNTC. So uh that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why I would have had long in market. Yeah, long, but I must have covered up here because I had a win on it long. So uh not really sure uh how that happened. So I longed here. I'm assuming I covered it up here. So I had a small win pre-market long. So I'm assuming that's what it was. And I had a gap and crap right at open. And I remember that some of the guys were kind of like, "Man, why would you take that as a short? Because um, it had high volume, right?" And so this is what my thought process was. And I don't know if this goes with how you guys see the chart or whatever. So I saw this thing popping up. I saw stuff, and yes, this candle does have over 1 million volume on this one candle, but it had a stuff, right? And then the next candle opened. I didn't just short it like right when the second candle opened. I waited a second, and I saw that it wasn't pushing, and like the volume wasn't coming in. So I was watching one of Jay's videos, and he was saying that like you have to be mindful of how fast the volume starts coming in. Like when a new candle opens up, like how quick is it coming in? Like if within the first 5 seconds this thing had say 200,000 to 400,000 volume, I'm like, all right, the volume's coming in. But this thing opened and it didn't rack up as much volume quickly, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna risking the high of the previous candle. I shorted it. Right when I shorted it, the volume did come in, but it is all selling volume, and it started dropping. Covered, covered, covered. I shorted again at the pop. Covered, short, covered in the money. When it reclaimed the 9 EMA, came up here, short, cover, short. Now I remember I covered on final target. Of course, I must have completely forgot to do that. And I had a good win on this one. Anything else? No, it was one and done because then 11 o'clock hit and I was done. Um, but yeah, nice easy win. But I had a few people ask me that, and that's why I took it. That's how I saw the chart. It worked out. It could have not worked, and if it wouldn't have worked, I would have covered in theory at least. Yeah, I mean, it's a $7 stock, so yeah, I mean, I would have had to. That's like a 20-cent risk, so yeah, I would have covered at the top of that wick. Um, I had a good win on this one. Uh, and I traded what did I trade? Ali. I traded this on Wednesday, I guess. So. This thing, I was kind of quick with it. I shorted here, risking the high of this. I was getting kind of nervous. It was just kind of consolidating. It dropped. I covered really quick. Um, then it popped up here. I recycled what I covered down here. I shorted here. It didn't work. It popped against me. I cut it off instantly. Came over here. I shorted, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna risk the high of this candle. It didn't get there. It dropped. Cover, cover. Dropped down here. Had a little pop. I shorted again. Covered. I meant to cover. I accidentally shorted. Luckily, it worked out for me. I covered all down here. Now I think I shorted at BNTC again for a second day. Um, so yeah, so I shorted here at J lines. It squeezed up against me. I covered. It dropped back down. I shorted, cover, cover, cover. Popped up here. I shorted again, covered. Uh, I shorted here. I don't know why in the heck I did not. I must have not have used full size because this is that's like 50 cents against me. I must have been looking for like a topping. I must have been looking for like up here because I mean this had a big volume up here, so I must have been like looking for like to load the boat up near there. But I shouldn't have done this. In hindsight, looking at this, I should have cut this off, the one against me, and it's fine if I'm wrong. If things go against me, just look for it to be higher. Reshort. Um, I covered down here. Uh, uh, and then this is where it got really shitty. So I've been doing good all week. Haven't been breaking the rules except for this. I don't really remember second day play. Uh, but I'm I'm thinking that I was looking for higher to like load the boat. The only thing that either makes sense is well, hopefully I wasn't being stubborn because that's dumb. I'll have to go back and look at my notes, but I don't have any notes on here saying like crazy trade or whatever. So, uh, but I've been doing good up to this next day. Thursday is when things just kind of went sour, and I broke my rules, and I just kept fighting it. So first off, I should have been trading because there wasn't any A plus setups. This hit the final target before market opened, and I just I wanted to trade, and it didn't go good. So popped up here, I shorted, covered, shorted, or wait. Oh no, now I remember. Yeah. So I longed because I was looking. I like it looked like they're about to do a short squeeze, and I longed because I knew they were going to break seven. I didn't think it was going to go like crazy, go like 758, whatever. It had high volume, and so I was like, I think we'll at least see like 710, 720. I longed at like 685, 690, and all I wanted was a pop over. I was going to cover half and then cover the rest in the money. And my hotkey didn't work. And when I did my hotkey, for some stupid reason, it put a limit order out there like 40 cents under my entry point. I was like, what the hell, dude? And the next thing you know, it got hit. I was like, oh my gosh, I was down a decent amount. And got long down here, cover, popped down here. I shorted, covered, um, and I should have honestly been done because 11 o'clock was right here. So yeah, I did meditate. Not very well, obviously, because I didn't follow my rules. I fought this thing all day long. So I shorted, covered, shorted, cover, short, 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 cover, and I hit my max loss. And it really sucked because I was like, man, because I saw this bigger volume popping up, right? And then it had way lower volume. I was like, man, this it's going to die. It's going to die. It's going to die. And I shorted here. I wanted to risk here, but the problem was I was in another trade. And when they're both going against me, I hit my max loss right here. Like 3 minutes later, this thing just tanked. And I would have done really well, but I should have been trading anyways. I'm supposed to be done at 11, going back to work, not worrying about all this stuff. And went against my rules, and then I traded IMMP, and once again, just like the other one, APOP, this thing just, I mean, damn near hit the final target right at open, and I still traded it. Oh yeah. So this thing popped with the VWAP. I shorted, covered, and I do remember this. So I shorted. I thought it was. Uh, I thought it was stalling out at VWAP. I shorted on the ask, but when I shorted on the ask, it dropped so stinking much that when I got covered on the ask, like this was the ask, this was the bid down here, and it popped up, and I was just like, dude, I was trying to get covered like up here. Not that it would have done any good because I mean, it would have ripped up anyways, but I got all sorts of frustrated on these these two trades right here. Popped up, came back down here. I saw it popping the VWAP. I shorted, covered just in the money. It's all right. Stay calm. You got this stuff. This is at 10 o'clock. So I'm trying to meditate like right after I took this cover. I'm so just like frustrated that nothing's going right. I've been doing good all week. I'm giving my gains back because I'm also trading APOP at the same time, and that was just a disaster. And so I'm trying to get I'm trying to revenge her. I'm trying to get my money back, and it's not working the way I want it to work. And so I'm getting pissed. I shorted here, covered here, shorted again, covered. I shorted weakness. I covered in the pop. Just absolute horrible trading. I was doing so good, and I was talking to my buddy Chad, and he's like, he probably got overconfident from trading good 3 days in a row. You do this over and over. You'll trade good, and then you get overconfident, and the market will just kind of humble you. And he's right. That's exactly what happened again. But I'm starting to notice these things now, and so once I can start catching myself, I can start bettering myself a little bit. So came over here after 11 o'clock, so I meditated right here, and I do remember I was like, man, you're down. Just don't be dumb. And so I was dumb. and and uh, sometimes it really sucks to put all this stuff out there because I know at least one person's gonna watch this. I'm just like, ay, ay, ay. So, anyways, shorted here. I added to it, which is another one of my rules I'm breaking. You don't add to a loser. Shorted, cover. Then hit the final target again. I kept shorting. It's like if that's the final target, like why am I shorting here? What am I expecting it to do? Go go to the dirt? It's like shorted, covered, and please tell me this is it. So I can be done with this already. Oh, sweet. So I did finally stop. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot because I hit my max loss. So shorted, covered, shorted, and that's what it was. So this was working with me. That's what's keeping me alive. The second this thing started getting a little bit of a pullback, it's like the other one was going against me. This one's working for me. They both kind of started going against me, and then I hit my max loss, and it kicked me out, and I was just pissed. Uh, then today I traded FTFT, and gap and extension. So I had this big extension. It had really low volume. First off, I mean, this volume was it was like watching paint dry for real. I shorted VWAP, covered into the wash, popped back up here. I shorted, risking pre-market highs. I wanted more of a wash than this. I got greedy and I covered just the money. I could have had a decent win if I would just covered all of its VWAP. I was basically scalping this anyways because I thought there was going to be another push. I thought the more volume was going to come in. Didn't happen. I started scaling in. I shorted, uh, cover, and cover. Oh, I shorted again up over here and I covered. And so I went past 11 again. Um, so yeah, obviously work in progress, but all in all, I did relatively well today, or I mean not today. Yeah, I mean today I ended green, small green, but after having the worst week in my whatever since I've been trading, yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't too bad of a week. I think honestly, like after pay commissions and locates and stuff, I'll probably be a little bit red on the week, but yeah, I just need to get back to base hits, little wins, and yeah, that's all I can do, And so once again, thank you whoever made it for this extremely long video. Thank you again for reaching out to me, and you got some sort of information from this, and I'll be back next week. See you.